Hello everyone, I am Kathy from Kathy Creates, where I try to inspire you to create. Come on into my craft room and we're going to get started here. So I am most likely going to be doing this alone tonight. Mom is not available. She's actually at a football game for one of my cousin's kids. And Bob is busy. So you got just me. So I'll do my best to see comments. Pulling us up over here. Gotta mute. There we go. And there's Miss Tracy. It was so nice to get to hug you, lady. I'm so excited. I'm still on cloud nine. I had so much fun at the meetup. If you guys have never been and you've ever been on the fence, you need to get to them. Okay, I'm going to slide this back a second because every time I move my table, I had moved my tripod. There we go. Now every time I bump the table, it shouldn't shake it too much. It'll still shake a little, but not much. All right. So when you get here, say hello. Let me know you're here. Tell me how your day's been, what you've been doing. How was your weekend? You know, all the things. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So this kit is so cute. All done. It's two little ghosts holding a pumpkin with a little heart. And there's little flower details here and there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started on this little guy and get him rolling. Hello, Miss Mary, or should I say Aunt Mary? For those that don't know, Ocean Breeze and me, Miss Mary, she is known as Aunt Mary to Annabelle and Wacky Jackie and some of the others. And we hung out quite a bit with those three. And it was so much fun. Hello, Miss Shannon from Rosebrook Cottage. Welcome, welcome. I met her. And Miss Cammy, sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Mary. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get started. There's a lot to paint on this guy. We're going to move these pieces all aside. So these are black. I have to think for a moment. Bear with me. Okay. All right, so we're going to paint our ghosts, their little arms, and the little flower are going to be white. So we're going to go ahead and get that started because that's probably going to take a couple of coats. We sure did, Miss Mary. I'm telling you, I thought I was getting sick yesterday. I think I was just pure exhausted because I got a good night's sleep. Bob made me a hot toddy and I went to bed and I slept really well and I feel so much better today. I don't know if it was just exhaustion or I had a touch of something and I slept it off. I'm not sure, but I feel so much better today. I was thinking I was going to have to cancel actually because I just was not feeling well. You know, it was a very busy weekend, lots and lots and lots of driving. It's about a 7-hour drive for us to where we were at in Pennsylvania. And then while you're there, you're driving a ton to get from one place to the next. And I did all the driving, and I think I was just exhausted. But it was so much fun. It was 100% worth it. 100%. And the ghost tour, so I thought this would be the perfect kit to do tonight because the ghost tour was so much fun. We had so much fun. I didn't actually see any ghosts. I didn't get any orbs in my pictures. The guide was telling us that within 24 hours, they will show up in our pictures if there are any, and I didn't see any. So I did not get any orbs. Oh no, you think you got a sinus or something. Yeah, I'm telling you, Mary, it was, I don't know. I think I was on the verge of something, but knock on wood, I seem to have kicked it. I felt feverish even yesterday. I came home and took my temperature because I thought, am I getting sick? But I had no fever and I'm fine today. So I don't know if it's a combination of exhaustion and allergies. Could be. I don't know. But I'm just glad that it's gone. Whatever it was. At least so far. Thank you, Denise, for sprinkling. I did see Jackie's picture. She did get an orb. I did see it. I'm going to put these on a piece of tape. Ghost tour was so much fun. And our guide, I don't know how she didn't hyperventilate. She talked so fast. I mean, crazy fast. I don't know how she did not hyperventilate. I was like, holy crap, girl. You're going to like hurt yourself. She was so good though. And she was so fun. So, I mean, she knew all the facts. I mean, it was amazing because it was really a lot of history about the town of Lidditz. And, it was kind of cool because you got all the history lessons, and then, you know, she showed a lot of like the architectural type things, you know, how you could tell that it was older or not. And it was just really, really cool. It was very neat. I very much enjoyed it. Denise, you've been recuperating from a surgery on a broken ankle and tibia. Oh, girl, that's not fun at all. That would not be fun. Hey, Miss Cheryl. Miss Cheryl Mesh is here. Welcome, welcome. So I'm going to let a little cat out of the bag. I have something in the works. I had so much fun meeting everybody that I am planning a little something. And I'm not sure the date yet. It's going to most likely be in the early part of November up in Frankenmuth. And it's just going to be a meetup where we're going to go shopping together. It's not going to be anything major. And I do believe Miss Annabelle is going to come. And once I have the exact date and information, then I will post it and we'll get, hey Linda, and anybody that wants to meet us up there, because I don't know if anybody's from around here or been up there, but there's Bronner's up there, which is a huge Christmas store that's open year round. And it is very cool. Very, very cool. And then it's just all kinds of cool things. It's a little German town, and it is really cool. So we're not going to do anything major. It's not going to be really organized per se, other than, you know, we'll have a meeting time in a place. And then we can all just kind of hang out, go to dinner, go to lunch, whatever. It'll just be for the day. It's about 2 hours from me, a little over 2 hours. And I think it's about 2.5 hours from Annabelle. So we've been chatting about that. It is in Michigan. It is it's Frankenmuth, Michigan, Mary. And I would love for you to come. It's a bit of a cruise for you, but because it's about 2 hours north of me. But it's really a neat place. They're known, and there's also even an outlet mall up there. So, you know, there is just tons of opportunity for shopping. Not only the little stores in Frankenmuth themselves, just outside of that, there is an outlet mall. And I have went to that several times. Because when we go up north, one of the ways we can get there, we can go right through that area. And so a lot of times we do. It just depends on how Waze takes us because of traffic. But it's about halfway up when we go up to the cabin. So we have a good time up there, and we have been known to hit the outlet malls on the way back from the cabin. So it's always fun. And they have, you know, Coach, Ann Taylor. Coach is my favorite. I'm a Coach girl. But they have a Coach outlet. They have, I'm trying to think of the other ones. And then they have like your outlet, like Old Navy, and they have, I think there's a Crocs store. And I am doing Happy Mail tonight, ladies. So, Miss Mary. Yes, that is a way for you, Miss Mary. Miss Mary Knaus with a K. I finally have learned how to say her name correctly. The K is not silent. Miss Mary has an entry to Happy Mail. All right, I think we have this pretty well painted. So we're going to set that guy aside. I've got paint on this, so I'm just going to hit this real quick. I never do this with a brush, these small pieces, but I just did. I probably made a mess of them, but we're going with it. Hi, Linda. Of course, Miss Mary. Or Aunt Mary. Hi, Lonnie. We'll get some of this dry. This kit is available on our website. I do have it linked. It is $24 shipped to your door anywhere in the continental U.S. I only ship in the U.S. So if you're not in the continental U.S., please do not order. All right, so these need it one more. Get rid of these brush strokes that I did on here. Pardon me, I've got a tickle. Let me get a drink real quick. Oh, that's a bummer, Mary. I'm hoping to. It just depends on where it's at. I probably won't fly anywhere if it's that far away. I probably won't go. But if it's driving distance, I will be there. I'm not big into flying, and I don't fly unless I have to. I'm not a big fan of it. I think I'm done with the white. So we're going to put that in there. And then we're going to get our black things out over here. All of these are going to get painted black. I was worried about this when she changed it to these dates, because wasn't it originally going to be in the spring, I think? Wasn't it, Mary? And when she changed it, fall is when I am super busy. Because we have that giant craft show, or not really craft show, it's a festival that we are in every year. And that's in October, so I'm always prepping for that this time of year. And it's a lot. And so I was worried, but I worked my tail off so I could get there. And then not to mention, I also have, we have, this is all goobered up. Both of our grandkids' birthdays are in the fall. Emmett's is on Saturday, or is on, it was actually just this past Sunday. And Ava's is October. So I wanted to thread the needle, and it actually worked out. We were able to still attend most of it. We couldn't go to most of the things on Saturday because we had to get on the road. We just went to the first meetup of the day, and then we headed out. But it was wonderful. But we got lucky, because if it had been over the weekend of the festival, we would not have been able to go. There's no way, because we have to set up on Saturday night, and then it's an all-day Sunday event, and it's exhausting. There's like 40,000 people that attend this event, so it's chaos. Depends on where in Canada. If it's drivable, you know, if it's like on the eastern part of Canada, we'd probably be able to go. If it's western, then I probably will not be attending. That would be great. I would love it to be in Canada. Mom would have to get her passport, though. I have mine, but Mom doesn't. So Mom would have to get a passport to go, but it would be super fun. I am all for Canada. That would be great. And I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe I'm going to show my ignorance here of geography, but isn't the more populated areas of Canada on the eastern, like the southeastern part of Canada? So I would imagine it would be in that direction, but I could be wrong. So I think there's a lot of just like forest up there, isn't there? In the more western areas. I mean, I know there's stuff in the west, don't get me wrong. I know it's not just all forest, but I think the majority of the population is in the eastern part. Ooh, you're going to cruise to Alaska, or to, you didn't say Alaska, you said Canada. How fun. Yeah, see, in June would have been perfect for me, Mary, because we're not busy in June. June, things aren't crazy. It's now that things get crazy. So we lucked out. We had to thread the needle, and we were able to, thank goodness, because I really, really wanted to go. Yeah, and it originally was going to be closer, too. It was like going to be in the Pittsburgh area, wasn't it? Well, closer for me. Maybe not for everybody, but... So things changed, though. I'm not knocking it. It was amazing. It was so much fun to meet everybody. I am still on cloud 9. All right, we're going to set that guy there to dry, and we're going to work on our pumpkin. Now we do need to paint the stem and this little squiggly black. Okay, but first we're going to paint our pumpkin. I'm going to do it in this burnt orange because I'm not a big fan of orange. I prefer this burnt orange. So we're going to paint this guy. I'm not going to get too close to that. It won't matter because the black will cover, but why make things harder, right? And we don't need to worry about these, the side pieces here, because those are going to be covered up. All right, and now we're going to paint this piece, the center of our pumpkin. So if you're local, I still do have some seats available. Friday, I am hosting a make and take at Unvaulted Treasures, and there are still some seats available. So if you are interested, it is to make this little guy. We're going to be doing this at my make and take. So if you're interested, go to my website and just search Girls Night Out. It's this Friday at 7. I was okay with it changing, Mary. I just, you know, closer obviously would have been better for me, but we made it work. It was fine. Quite honestly, I didn't even care where it was at. I just wanted to go because I wanted to meet everybody. And it was so worth it. So Pittsburgh's only about 3 hours from me, so it would have been much closer than 7 hours, all the way to almost Philadelphia. So let's see, we need to do the black on this, and then I think we're all painted, so we can start putting it together and start doing our detail work. I'm going to paint this. Okay. All right, I think we are... This really comes to life when you put the details in, okay? It's going to be cute when we first put it together, but when I get all the details in, it just really makes a difference. All right, I think we are done painting, so I'm going to set this guy up here out of the way. And we're going to start putting this together. So as always with my kits, it does have sticky back on it. So all you got to do is peel this off and it just goes together so nicely. No glue necessary. Now, there are 2 pieces on here that we will need to use some glue, and I'll show you why here in a minute. Okay, so we have our little pumpkin put together. He's going to get cuter, don't worry. And this is not quite dry yet, so let's get this dry. You just felt like if you didn't work this one, you might not make any. I hope that's not the case, Miss Mary. I'd love to see you again. But you're right, this one was a lot closer to you than most, so... I can see that. You know what? I think I just painted the wrong side of this. I sure did. We gotta paint this over. I painted the back. Well, that was not very smart. I don't think this will fit if I do this. Oh yeah, well, it'll be fine. We're good. It fits. We're all right. I was thinking it wouldn't fit, but it does. I just want to get my sides lined up. All right, so we're just going to press that down. Oh, there you go, Mary. Yeah. Okay, so let's see, this one goes there. I always recommend before you start putting your pieces down, before you pull the sticky back off, to make sure you put your pieces where you want them. Because once you stick them down, now you can move them slightly, but once you press down, that's not coming off, okay? That's still a little wet. What is this doing? We're going to draw another name, and it's Miss Mary again. Come on, folks. If you'd like a Happy Mail entry, you need to be commenting. That's how we get Happy Mail around here. Okay. Now, next piece. Now, what I do want to tell you when you go to put this piece on, this little lip down here at the bottom, this right here, you don't want to cover because that's the piece that goes down into the base, which is going to allow it to stand up. So you want to put this just above that base, or just above that little lip. Well, hello, Kathy Funk from Baton Rouge. Welcome, welcome. So this little guy goes right there. Now I'm going to lift this up and show you what I was talking about. So see how I left that little white lip down there? That's going to go down into that base. Okay. Put this right there in the center. And we're going to take the little button. Hello, Karen. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Miss Kelly. It was so nice to meet you. Thank you, Miss Kelly. I just got white paint all over that button. That's okay. I think it'll be all right. I need to clean up my hands a little. I don't know where I'm getting the white paint. Okay. These two pieces are the pieces that we need to glue. And I'll show you why here in just a second. We're going to go ahead and put this piece on. That goes right there. Okay, so we got them almost all together. We have those two pieces left. So now these two pieces go up here, but see how there's so much hanging off? If I put the sticky back on that, that would collect everything. And when you lay it flat, it would get up against everything and it would make a mess. So we're not going to do that. So we are going to put these like so. We're going to take a little bit of super glue. And, ooh, that is liquid super glue. That is not gel. I usually buy gel. I'm just going to hold that for a moment. And we're going to just put this guy down too. That is it. The rest, hello Lavenders and Lace. Hello Miss Shannon. Thank you so much, Shannon. All right. It's going to get way cuter. Just wait. We got to do a lot of details to this. Okay. Look how cute that is. Okay. But now, but wait, it's going to get cuter. We're going to go in and do some detail. I love my Posca pens for this. And I am going to go around and just do a little detailing. And it just really makes a difference. Now, you could get real fancy with this if you wanted to, but I'm not a painter. That is above my ability. All right, so there's our pumpkin. Look how much cuter that is. Thanks, Mary. All right, and now for my heart, I want to go around and just do dots. Do a little dot border. Okay, I think we're done with the white. Thanks, Karen. Oh, and there's time for another Happy Mail. And we have Karen Kolkman. Karen Kolkman, you have won an entry to Happy Mail. Kolkman. What that means, if you're new to my page, what that means is you are in the running to win some Happy Mail. I will be drawing it probably this weekend. So be tuning in. All right, so now I'm going to go through and add a little more details to the actual ghosts themselves. And I'm just going to use my gray paint pen. And we're just going to put a little bit of detail work in. It's subtle, but it does do a little bit. I think that's good. And then we're going to take our black one and we're going to put his eyeballs in. Oh, thanks, Callie. Appreciate that. Now, I'm terrible at this, so these could be a bit of a problem. That's not so bad. I'm usually really bad about getting them the same size. Let's see if I do this way, maybe. Yeah, see, here we go. These are a little bit smaller, so I'm going to try to make them about the same size as the other one without messing them up. That is the key. We're going to go back with the white. I think we're going to outline these a little bit. I'm not sure I'm liking that. We might paint over that. I don't like that. We're painting over it. Let's get that dry. I don't like how that looks. And then we're going to paint over it because I don't like it. And that's the beauty of paint. If you don't like it, you can always paint over it. Let's bring this back. And with it being black, it's very easy to paint over. There we go. No harm, no foul. I'm going to take the black one now and touch up this button because I don't think I can paint it that close to the edge. Where I got my fingers in white paint when I picked this up. Got it all around the edges of my little button. I don't really care, I don't think, if it's on the side of the button as much. I just don't want it on the top. Okay, I think we are done with this guy. Oh my goodness, we still have tons of time left. How did I do that? All right, so let me show you how this works. Okay, so look how stinking cute that is with those details. And you saw it was very simple. Now we may have to sand this because with the paint, it makes it a little fat and it doesn't want to go in there. Yeah, I think we're going to have to sand this. And take some of that paint off. It's a tight fit, but it does fit. Miss Kelly Wooden, you have an entry for Happy Mail. Kelly Wooden. sanded enough. By George, we did. Okay, but we got to put the other parts on first. So we have to put this together. So this base is a 3-piece base because it makes it much sturdier. Oops, I took the wrong piece off. It's okay. You can make it work. We'll go with this one. And all of them, like I said, all of the bases, or all of these pieces, with the exception of those 2 little ones, have the sticky back on them. So I just line them up like so. Okay, so now you got a nice little chunky base. There's 3 parts to this. The bottom piece doesn't have the slit. The next 2 do. And then we just pop this guy in there. And there he is. It's a snug fit. And there he is. He stands up perfectly. Look how cute that is. Welcome, Tina. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. I am doing very well. I think I've finally almost recovered from our weekend trip. It was so wonderful to meet everybody. I was so excited. And, but boy, was it exhausting. It was a quick trip, and then we had the birthday party the next day for my grandson. So it was a lot. There was a lot of stuff going on. It was nuts. Oh, thank you so much, Tina. Yeah, I dearly love this little guy. I think it is so cute. So cute. But, so anyway, so that is my project for today. The detail is so beautiful. It is, isn't it? It just really adds a lot. Now, you can barely see the gray. I'm not even sure it's showing up. It's not even showing up. But there is the gray. Oh, I think it is right there a little bit showing. But the detail is what really makes it pop. That's what really sets these kids up. And I'm telling you what, these Posca pens, they're expensive. Bob gifted me a set of them for Christmas, so I was very fortunate to get this big old set. There's a zillion colors in here. There's 24 of them total, so I've got a nice set of them, and they are the absolute best. Oh, thanks, Kelly. I appreciate that. But these are so much fun and so easy to put detail on these projects with these things. I highly, highly recommend. And I know Amazon Prime days are coming up, so you might want to check, because I believe Bob got these for me on an Amazon Prime deal. And because they are pricey. I want to say this set's like, I want to say it's about $50 for this set. And I wouldn't pay it. I thought, that's ridiculous. I'm not spending that kind of money, but he knew I wanted them, so he was sweet and gifted them to me for Christmas. But, oh, thank you, Lynn. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But, anyways, so $24 mailed to your house, Continental U.S. only. And you can do this little guy any way you want. You could do the little florals and the little, you know, the little crown things up here. You could do those in, you know, different colors. You could do those in greens and, you know, more fall colors like the rust and yellow and red and those sort of things if you wanted to. But y'all know me. I love my black and white. So I went black and white with the whole thing. And I just did an orange pumpkin. So thank you, Denise. Thank you so much. Oh, there's Mom. Mom got here just in time at the end. Okay, we're going to draw one more Happy Mail, and that is Lynn. Miss Lynn, you have won another entry to Happy Mail. So we will probably be drawing, actually I need to draw 2 this weekend because I was neglecting my duties and did not draw one for August. And so I need to draw August and September. So you got a good time to get in on it, guys. So, all right, that is all I have for you tonight. I'm going to give you a few minutes back of your evening. And you can go grab a snack and come on back because I didn't check to see who's on after me, but I'm sure they're going to be fabulous, and I'm sure they would love for you to stick around. So go grab a snack, something to drink, and come on back. All right, we'll see you soon, guys. Bye-bye.